By 2030, there will be roughly 40 billion connected devices operating worldwide. That is nearly 5 physical sensors for every human being on Earth, quietly collecting and sharing data across a massive digital nervous system. When one of these systems is first installed, a period we can call day one, the results are incredible. Take a modern hospital ICU. At the very base of this system is the perception layer. Wearables, smart mattresses, and intravenous sensors constantly extract physical data from the patient, reading heart rates, body temperature, and oxygen saturation second by second. That information moves up into the connectivity layer. Within the hospital room, devices talk to each other using short-range protocols like Bluetooth. But to get out of the building, they rely on high-capacity cellular networks. All of that information lands in the cloud and application layer. Here, centralized servers process the incoming data so doctors can monitor their patients remotely, applying algorithms that predict cardiac events or sepsis hours before they happen. On day one, everything works flawlessly. The architecture creates a seamless illusion of total environmental control, operating on the assumption that the network will always have the capacity to handle whatever data we throw at it. That same architecture scales effortlessly into the industrial sector. Inside modern manufacturing plants, arrays of sensors monitor the vibration and heat of automated machinery, allowing the system to schedule predictive maintenance before a gear ever breaks. But there is a catch. These devices do not sleep. A smart factory or a connected ICU is designed to sense and transmit continuously, 24 hours a day, generating millions of data points every minute. As you add thousands of new sensors to the network, the sheer volume of that raw data begins to severely strain standard cloud storage. The bandwidth required to send every minor temperature fluctuation across the internet becomes enormous. The success of this continuous, frictionless data collection creates a compounding problem. As the ecosystem matures and expands, that day one honeymoon period quickly accelerates toward a breaking point. Let's call that breaking point day 18. On day 18, both the hospital and the industrial networks are drowning in a tsunami of their own real-time data. Centralized cloud processing suddenly becomes a liability. When every millisecond counts, like a machine about to snap or a patient's heart stopping, the latency or the delay caused by sending data miles away to a server and waiting for a response is simply too slow. This topological map illustrates engineers fixing the bottleneck with edge computing. Instead of forcing data through congested routes, processing is pushed to the perimeter. This enables AIoT. Models embedded in edge devices intercept data and fire immediate commands back. A wearable glucose monitor linked to an insulin pump doesn't need to ask a remote server what to do. If it detects a sudden drop in blood sugar, the device runs the calculation itself and injects the exact required dosage on the spot. By day 18, the system has evolved into an autonomous actor, executing critical physical decisions without waiting for human oversight. This autonomy introduces a severe risk. By placing billions of independent, decision-making devices into the real world, we have created an impossibly large attack surface for bad actors. Many of these edge devices are small, cheap, and run on low power. They often lack strong data encryption, and millions ship with default passwords that users never change. Hackers exploit these weak points to build botnets. They quietly infect millions of mundane devices, like smart thermostats or refrigerators, and then command them all simultaneously to overwhelm targeted networks in massive cyber attacks. Even if the hardware operates exactly as intended, we face the ethical nightmare of ambient surveillance. An urban grid covered in connected sensors continuously harvests behavioral data, movement patterns, and daily routines from citizens who never explicitly opted in. Lawmakers are struggling to catch up. Regulatory frameworks like the California Consumer Privacy Act try to mandate data ownership, but enforcing these rules on decentralized networks that automatically harvest data is incredibly difficult. The pristine, connected network we installed on day one has inadvertently grown into a deeply vulnerable, pervasive surveillance state by day 18. We cannot simply unplug and go back to dumb machinery. The gains in agricultural yields, manufacturing safety, and healthcare continuity are too critical to global infrastructure. Instead, we have to adopt a methodology called privacy by design, where engineers hardwire data minimization and encryption into the sensors before they ever leave the factory. This diagram shows how the system can get smarter without compromising user privacy through a process called federated learning. Instead of sending raw personal information to the cloud, devices train their machine learning models locally. They only transmit the resulting mathematical updates back to a central hub. The global network learns and adapts from millions of localized experiences, while highly sensitive information, like a patient's sleep cycle or a factory's proprietary workflow, remains permanently locked on the local device. Giving the physical world a nervous system is easy on day one. The real challenge is engineering an autonomous world that protects our privacy and security on day 18 and every day after.